Hello guys, Brandon Carey here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to play a game called Boyfriend Dungeon. And for those of you who don't know, this is basically a dungeon crawler, dating sim hybrid, where you date your swords. Because your swords are actually people who transform into swords. Right now I have 6 out of the 7 weapons, and I think I'm about to unlock my 7th pretty soon. I just have to date the owner of it, because this cat is the brass knuckles. Pocket is his name. And now we have all the weapons. Finishers mobilize enemies, but they can still attack. Yeah. And Valeria is the dagger, so we have a new weapon, and we just met one of our friends. It's like Pocket's owner is texting us. He's too smart to be good. We can go dungeoning with the cat. We have a couple of other dates we can do. We can date Isaac here, who is A, my favorite, and B, the S-Stock. I've been doing a lot of pairing with him lately, so this is a good move to know. Wow, damn. His father forced him out of the company that he uses to give charity to be a philanthropist with. If he attacks, reduced finish, wider finish or damage area. I like reduced charge time. That's a good perk. Poor guy. I'm going the friends route with all of them. I like them all, but I don't want to date any of them. Aww, poor Isaac. I guess I should talk to him, even though he's an asshole. He's not even a weapon. He's just kind of he is There's a bit of a minor controversy surrounding this game, and it's honestly not as big a deal as it is made out to be, but it is an important conversation to have.
It's so good to see you. Really, you look great. Man, the dungeon must be giving you a good workout. Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't need this.
Ugh. No.
Well, that's creepy. Basically, he's so Eric in the game. It's a minor controversy. There is a content warning at the start of the game. I think they've patched since then, saying that there may be themes of like stalking and unwanted advances. It's not a may that like it's a large part of the story, and it is largely due to Eric the character. He basically like is your creepy stalker. Um, and as a character, like you don't like he is not someone you want to be around. And so the controversy wasn't that the content is there, is that the content warning wasn't robust enough. It made it sound like there was a way you could avoid those themes when they are in fact part of the core story of the game. And he's said being able to be the fucking antagonist, and this looks at what I just saw. And that has started a conversation about content warnings that is fascinating. Like, but in that conversation, it's the game itself seems to have been lost in a sense, even though games have come out very recently, even that have had worse content without content warnings. I'm thinking of 12 Minutes, which I've recently played.
Yes.
This is Rowan. He is your scythe. I think it's a he. I think he's a he. He might be a they. They might be a they. I'm not entirely sure. Um, but
Hush.
Rowan is basically like your your goth friend who turns into a scythe naturally.
Pretty bird.
It's also not really hip with the cool kids. Poor thing. He's dealing with the death of his grandmother. Aw.
Pretty human.
He gave me a gift because we're at rank 3. Mm. I don't think he likes any of these gifts. So we're going to decline for now. Just friends. Definitely just friends.
Yes. Farewell.
I like that you can just be friends with everybody in this game. And they don't mind if you just stay friends. It really helps, because as someone like me who is ace, I don't want to have to go get romantically involved with anybody. I want to be able to just be friends. And the game, like, despite the premise, does let you do that. That is a very appreciated trait. Let's do one more date, it looks like, and then we can head to the dunge, which is what the game calls its dungeons. That bouncer is getting familiar with me. See, Eric does not take a hint. Oh, hi, Kelly. Wow, that's a weird ad to get for my stream. At least Seven is here to help us against that fucking creep, Eric. Alright, we've won all our dates. Oh, Eric is a creep. I'm not dating anybody this run because I don't want to. But I do want to be there for him.
Later.
Yes, I do actually like that you can be friends with them and it's not a big deal. We were talking about that. Well, I was, since there was no one else to talk with earlier. No one likes Eric. He's a fucking fuckboy. Oh, he is such a fuckboy. I love that nobody likes him. I need one more sugar. I'm pretty sure Eric sells sugar. One thing this game does is that, like, they don't make you, like, you don't want to go to Eric for anything. He does have sugar. So we'll get some sugar from him. And enough to avoid coming to him forever. Unfortunately, he's a shop owner. Thankfully, his components are common enough where you don't usually have to go shopping for them. As where I am at the game, it appears that Eric is intended to be the game's major antagonist later on. From what I am getting, like the vibe I'm getting from him, which is honestly probably for the best since he is the creepy stalker. Because we just had a scene where he had basically a fake like a sword person that was like it's clearly like a robot. But now that we've done all our dating, no, I am he him, as you know you'd expect from a guy like me who is a guy. Sorry, I'm boring. I choose my own gender when I'm playing games. Let's play with Pocket the Brass Knuckles. I'm pretty sure I chose he him. If I chose she her, that was completely unintentional. No, I'm definitely chose he him because people have been referring to me as son and all of that, so I don't know what happened there. Like my text from mom. They tell they like mom refers to me as a guy. Yeah, you'll always be my son. So I've definitely did choose him, and everyone else refers to me as a man. So I'm not sure what happened there. Probably a glitch. A potted succulent recipe. And this is as a dungeon crawler, it's pretty basic, but it doesn't need to be anything overly complex. These brass knuckles are pretty fucking good. Yes, the cat is something you can date. It looks like I have a love bar with him. Pocket the Brass Knuckles. And Knuckles. Oh, looks like he likes the cocktail. I don't think he'd like any of this shit. So, the worst I can do is hate it. Oh, Pocket's the name of cat from that podcast you listened to. That sounds like a pretty common cat name, though. I wouldn't read too much into that. Like I could imagine a lot of people naming their cats Pocket. I'm fucking wrecking shit with these brass knuckles. I don't know if it is a common name, but it sounds like it would be one. Is what I meant to say. All right, let's go deeper with Pocket the Brass Knuckles. But this is the gameplay loop, more or less. Is you dungeon crawl to level up your relationship with your weapons. And once your relationship levels up, you can go on dates, which strengthen your weapons, which make you stronger, which means you can go further in the dungeon. That's more or less the gameplay loop. like to offer a gift. No. Aw, Pocket gave us a dream about eating a mouse. We understand him better because we ate a mouse in our dreams. Yeah. Pocket's a nice pussy. I'm gonna get the Twitch to ban this stream for saying that. Who cares? I tempted fate already. Well, we will finish. Actually, let me show off a little thing. This here, if we choose to give $5 to access, that's a secret entrance, which we will take later once we've cleared this floor. Because I want to get the XP and any drops that are here. Looks like Pocket's perk is to immobilize the people who he finishes a combo with. So when I finish a combo with him, they stop moving, which gives me a little time to maneuver myself. Making some money doing this dungeon crawl. Alright, so instead of going the typical entrance, we're gonna go the secret entrance over here. And that will take us deeper. And the other big thing that the game's story has is that a lot of the people who transform into weapons have been going missing. And when they reappear, like, they've been chipped or damaged in some way. That's nice. We have enough materials from you. I can buy cloth from someone else in the overworld. And so there's like this mystery of why are all these weapons going missing. So we've maxed out his rank until we date him again. So let's find, looks like Sawyer, our non-binary glaive, is the lowest. Yes, you can date a scythe, and the scythe like owner or the person who transforms to a scythe is more or less like the goth. And Sawyer here, who is our glaive, is they them. They just came out as non-binary, like, in the game's fiction before we met them. And they are a non-binary disaster, more or less, who struggles to cook grilled cheese. And struggles to hold down a job. They just got let go from their job at Kix, which is basically this world's Starbucks. Yeah, I set my drinks as a cola. It seemed the most, like... In the options, you can set your drinks to, like, all sorts of things. I've never had boba tea, and the idea of having hot coffee just drop is weird to me, so I just chose cola. Oh, here's a dating spot. My poleaxe friend. It's not a person. Aw, poor Sawyer. Well, we are going to switch you to a different weapon when we get to the next floor, because you are maxed out now. Basically, when you can go as deep as you want. There's no penalty for continuing a dungeon crawl. Like, this is not a roguelike. So when you die, you just lose. You don't lose anything. So there's no penalty for just like going as far as you can until you die. And I swear every one of the dating options is interesting in some way, though some more than others, and some less than others. So far, my favorite is Isaac the Estoc. Technically, my highest level one is Sunder, who is the Talwar, the sword. But I don't really like him as much. Which is weird because he is like the buff dude, but I don't really care for his shtick, and it like his whole story is kind of uninteresting to me. I don't know if anyone cares about. I might as well spoil it because like I've spoiler. This is the Boyfriend Dungeon spoiler cast, guys. Even though I haven't finished the game, this is the Boyfriend Dungeon spoiler cast. Sunder's like big thing is that he's a vampire, and that seems like in a like I don't want to say this is like a low fantasy world because like the whole concept is you're dating fucking people who turn into weapons, but that seems so weird as a concept to me in this like setting. And I'm also like not in an interesting way. It just seems kind of like, okay, what about it? I was more interested in that you could turn into a sword than you being a vampire. I don't know if there's like a masquerade thing in this world, but like he did have the chomp on some dude. The dude's not dead. Oh, I guess Isaac is rank 4 as well, so he is tied with Sunder. So I can do 7 the lightsaber, or Rowan the scythe, or Valerie the dagger. Let's do Valeria the dagger. Valeria's cool. Valeria's like as a weapon, and her like storyline has been interesting so far. Where she's got these friends who like she entered into a polyamorous relationship with, and it didn't really end well. Like no one ended up being satisfied. And so she's kind of dealing with the fallout of her poly relationship because she's still close with one of them and doesn't care at all for the other. And that's caused some friction and tension in her life. That's a pretty interesting little storyline. So they actually like they do quite a bit with the characters in like that you wield, which is a weird thing to say because the whole conceit is that every single character is a weapon that you can play with. So you are like literally dating your swords. And I think that like what the like one of the cool things the game does is that you can date any of them or none of them.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, like you can date like the game doesn't limit you to like you have to date one at like you don't have to choose a romantic partner. You can date many or none. Whatever floats your boat. And none of the playable characters are judgmental about it. I'm sure Eric will be, but fuck Eric. I don't like Eric. He can't turn into a weapon. I care about his opinion. I mean, more importantly, he's a dick. Yeah, Eric is a tool. Fuck Eric. I do appreciate the like we talked about this earlier, but the content warning in the game, because the game does warn you that it does deal with themes of like stalker and unwanted advancement and all of that, which is necessary because that is a pretty like it is a major part of the story. Like Eric, you can't just ignore Eric. He is part of the story. But it's been weird since I've heard a lot of controversy about this game's content warning, but not a lot of controversy about like games like 12 minutes, which I've played recently, and I did like that game, but that game needs a content warning because it goes into some dark places. And there is no warning ahead of time, so you can be genuinely like, I can't do this in the middle of it. I didn't have that reaction, but I'm not everyone. And there are people who will play that game and be genuinely like taken aback by what was going on in that story. And that didn't have any content warning, whereas this one did. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care about spoiling the early parts of 12 minutes. There's a pretty graphic scene of your character or your character's wife, depending on how you set the scene up, getting outright strangled, and that strangling taking several minutes to complete. And you have to see the scene of your wife getting strangled to advance, because that's when you learn about where the a key MacGuffin in the plot is in the house. So you sit there and just watch your wife get strangled very slowly, brutally, painfully. You can knock out and torture the man who is attacking you and your wife. And like it's pretty brutal and graphic. He can strangle you even. Like there's a lot of violence in that game that just is pretty brutal compared to what you typically see in video game violence, and is not. There is no foreshadowing at all. It just kind of happens, and it could be shocking. Like I didn't have a reaction to it because I've been a nerd through all the media I consume. But I could see someone who has like dealt with that in real life not being able to continue the game after watching those scenes. And I wouldn't blame them. And that had no content warning. Whereas this game does have one. It wasn't maybe adequate enough, but it had one. And people got more pissed at this game's inadequate content warning than the complete lack of it in 12 minutes. And that bothers me to some degree. But to your point, Kelly, because you mentioned this in the chat and I kind of steamrolled over it, there is a really cool accessibility feature in this game that Laura Kate Dale had pointed out in her accessibility videos, which if you haven't seen those, you should. They're good. And she points out that there is a feature to disable texts from mom. Because there are many people, especially in this game's target demo, which are people on the LGBTQ spectrum, who have had, let's say, unpleasant experiences with maternal figures. And so, to them, getting a text from your mom character could be potentially triggering. And so for those people, there is an option to just disable text from mom, because they're not really vital to the game. In the game, you don't lose anything from getting rid of those, but for people who that would be a problem with, you can just do that. It's fine. Did I miss anything? Oh, too late. So Valerie is maxed. Guess that means we are dating... We're going to play as with Rowan the Scythe. And that is a brilliant decision. Wow, Oh! I forgot Phoenix Hat. I get revived. About to die again, it looks like, but... Yeah, and I don't have any problem with my parents either, but there are many people who do, yeah. Exactly, like Kelly. And for those people, having the option to disable texts from a figure who, in their real life, has been nothing but problems for them, that's a big deal. I am not doing terribly great, but I'm also not doing bad this run. And if you're and there's also, thankfully, for people who aren't terribly good at these kinds of action games and just want to do the dating, there is a other excellent option here called the Goddess Shield, which just, if you turn it on, it just reduces damage by 50%. So you take half damage from just as long as the option is enabled. Which I don't need, because I'm not great at these games. I'm not bad at them either. But if you do need it, it is there. And the game doesn't... I don't think there's anything the game has... system or achievement wise that is gated by that difficulty. If you just want half damage or a shield, you can just have it, and the game does not judge you for that. It's just an option, the same as changing your resolution, and the game treats it as identically as your resolution is in subtitles, because that's effectively what it is, and that is pretty cool. It's amazing. This game has so many cool things, accessibility and mechanics and like gender and sexual reaffirming design, and everyone is stuck on that one content warning. That's all I hear about when I hear talk about Boyfriend Dungeon, and that is a little unfortunate. I am on my last bit of life. And no heals left either, so... see how far we can go before we croak. Yeah, that is the thing, is that... before I started playing it, this was like this to me. This was the game with the bad content warning, and that's all I knew about it. But when you actually start playing it, this game is really good in so many other ways. That it like the fact that that one thing eclipses it. It is such a fucking bummer. I am basically taking one hit will kill me at this point. I'll take advantage of my weapon's reach to keep. Ugh. Oh, fuck. That's okay. Again, like, dying... there's no punishment for going further, because there's no... so the game doesn't give you a reason to, like, a way to leave. So there's no real punishment for dying. All that I keep everything I did that run. And so when I go again, I will have higher stats for the next run. Oh, this is this is Eric's fake weapon dude. We just introduced to him like literally earlier this stream. Yeah, I think Rowan is a boy, but yes, he has a crow. Don't quote me on that. I'm actually not sure what Rowan's gender is. They might be non-binary for all I know. Oh yay! Our creepy stalker's simulacrum of a weapon dude is now attacking us. That's fun. Eric is definitely this game's villain, which is good because he's a fucking asshole. Alright, so... I guess so, yeah. I guess we are the gig economy for doing dungeon. It definitely seems like Eric is the bad guy. Which is fine by me. He deserves to be the bad guy. Interview... okay. Oh no. Looks like Eric's thing kidnapped Rowan's crow. Crowley. I'm gonna cut a bitch. Oh, I'm sure it was... fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm sure it was a misunderstanding. Aw, thanks, Mom. Be careful, swords are sharp. Oh no! Our summer's almost over. I guess we are going to Eric's to do some weapon intel with Jesse. Because Eric is a creepy. Oh, there is no time limit in this game. It's just like that just means the story is almost over. Because this game is not long. This game I hear takes like 5 hours to complete if you're not going for completionist, and about 9 hours if you are. This game is not very long. So that tells me I'm probably more close to the end of the story than the actual game. But there is no time limit. It's just a very short game, that's all. I have a lot of materials, so his crafting is not particularly taxing on my resources. Oh, I need wire and sugar from Eric. Alright, that's enough material, I think. We will need wire and sugar from Eric. First, let's see what he's been doing.
Over here.
Hey, Jesse.
Shh. He's coming out.
Yeah, that's Eric and his boy, the one who tried to attack me.
Repeat your orders once more. I don't want any mistakes this time.
Okay. So he created a weapon that's going to try to kill me. Masamune? He named it after the Sephiroth sword? Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Well, Eric's old. Chase the monster. Leave Eric. Fuck. We can't let him die. The paramedics are already here. I don't need you, dude. You addressed me to Eric as my first date, so I don't trust you. Uh. Yay! Our stalker's feelings towards us have manifested in a creature that wants us dead. Oh no. Oh, this is a nightmare. I see. That's good. It's just a dream. Or crafting. I need 25 wires and 17 sugar. So... Oh, I can't even shop there anymore because he's in the hospital. That's awesome. Oh, so... we can't buy sugar and wire anymore. Unless a new shop opened up that I'm not aware of. Oh well, I'll live. Fuck him. I want to date the cat. Oh hey, it's the Starbucks girl, Olivia. Apparently the cat does not like Olivia. Aww. Cat loves me. Oh no, he's being bullied by another cat. Oh no. Oh, look at the cute little kitty. You're right, I don't care. Talk to a priest. Oh, so you're the guy who chipped all the weapons. The quote I'm actually thinking of, Kelly, is don't blame us. Blame yourself or God. Okay, so Eric dated all of the weapon people that we have dated before. They all rejected him resoundingly. And so he kidnapped them and took a fragment of their weapon. And used those fragments to make Katana Man. Masamune. And that's why we now have someone who wants us dead. Hey! Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm with you, Kelly. This is a very go fuck yourself. Like, I don't give a shit about your feelings. I know who's her. Yes, Mom. Did you hear me? Did you hear? Mom said knock you out, son. I'm gonna knock you out, son. Mom said knock you out. Alright, so I guess we probably should stop by Eric's if we can. Nope, still can't. Yay, fine, whatever. I do want that wire and sugar, though. I really do want it. I am also extremely distraught over the fact that I cannot visit my creepy stalker and buy shit from him. This bothers me. Truly, sincerely. I am not faking it. I am truly, truly bothered. Not at all. Uh, this isn't that kind of job. They call me a sword smoocher. Holy shit. This economy, this job where I go into a dangerous place and kill monsters for money, might be exploitative. Holy shit. That is true. I don't have a boss, which means I can work my own hours. I am. This is so dumb. Yes, I work my own hours. I'm just get to help myself to the cash that the monsters drop. I like this game's writing, by the way. This game is really smart with its writing, generally, and the way it frames characters. Like Sawyer is non-binary, and they open with that. They open with the fact that they use they them pronouns. Also, the cool thing is that the game, when you start a new character, your game's pronouns default to they them. You have to switch off of them to he him or she her. And your default outfit is a very like generic looking outfit that could be ascribed to any particular gender or stereotype. Like anyone could wear a white shirt and jeans. Um, and so like that is actually pretty cool. This game does a pretty good job at making sure that every like gender and identity are catered to in some way. Sorry, kid. You're not old enough. Now we're close to old enough. I think this is a good place to call it, actually. Once we finish these messages. Eric naming this monster Masamune is ridiculous. The game calls him out on his weeaboo bullshit. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Genius. Obviously, bring a weapon. Oh, I love it. The game just makes fun of Eric for his stupid bullshit. It's great. So with that, I'm not gonna turn the game off because I'm not gonna keep playing after the stream is over. But I think for now we are good to stop for tonight. This is Boyfriend Dungeon. It's on Steam. Probably a couple other consoles that I'm not thinking of right now. It is a really good game for people of a lot of different, like a lot of different people are going to enjoy this game. You can date the weapons, or you can choose to be friends with the weapons. It people who make dating sims should actually like legitimately look at this game, and that includes you, Persona. That especially includes you, Persona, actually. Uh, and look at what it does right. Because as someone who loves the Persona games, they have some real deep-seated issues that those lead writers need to sort out with non-cis het people. Just look at what this game does with gender and and with accessibility, and just copy it. Just steal it. It's better than what you could think of, probably. I don't know. And tune in on Saturday where we will play Astro's Playroom. And notably, I will not be streaming on Wednesday next week because on September the 1st, which happens to be the date I usually stream. I'm sorry, yeah, Sunday, not Saturday. Sunday. You're right, Sunday. But on Wednesday, September the 1st, there is going to be a not a boycott of Twitch, but a lot of smaller channels like mine will be turning off their streams in protest to the increase of hate raids that have been prolific across Twitch as of late, and the lack of a response from corporate to address that problem. So I will not be streaming on Wednesday in support of that movement. But until next time, wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands, get the damn shot, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and stop Asian hate. Have a great evening, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.